Welcome back. We're back. Week 6, NFL Pickems. Back at it here at the HamBonez Show.
The HamBonez Show. We're back.
Troy, where are you now?
I'm down in Alabama, Oxford, Alabama, like the northeast-ish corner of Alabama. So, yeah.
Give us a weather report for those southern games.
It's probably like 70. It's not that hot here. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, it's actually cooled off. It cooled off up here too, quite a bit. But let's
finally.
go over week 5, another crazy game. A slate of games here. I mean, I think I counted the upsets. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 8 upsets last week, and the next highest so far this year was 5 upsets, and that was week 5. So, I guess that would have been week 4.
Yeah, it was certainly a week for upsets, like you mentioned. My lock let me down. I don't know if I know the Chargers were the favorites. I don't know how big that line got, or maybe it shrank a little bit, but a little upset they let me down. So I know I'm kind of backtracking here in the point system. So that was kind of unfortunate. The Niners, I mean, they keep rolling. They got Mac Jones. They don't have any problems. They got injuries, but Shanahan is working through them, and you gotta like what you see if you're a Niners fan.
Yeah, and just wild games too, like the Cardinals blowing that huge lead, and then like the big teams losing, like Philly, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Ravens again. Which, I mean, and just looking at our records, it seems like we're getting worse and worse each week. I feel like in week 17 we're all going to go 0-16 or something. But yeah, just wild.
Yeah, before I forget, I've got 2 uniform, I'll say, follow-ups. The Buffalo Bills, their whiteouts, whatever they called them, the icy whites. I don't know. I thought they were fine, nothing special. It was just so much white. And again, I think if it was maybe a winter game, snow game, that would have been cool. So I give that grade a B-. And then the Jags, we didn't really talk about them, but they kind of went with the throwback uniforms as well. I think those like 90s or I like those. But the one thing I'll say about the Jags uniforms is I think they should always go teal. I love that. Whether it's throwback or regular, they do the black a lot, which is fine. But I think the teal gives a little better pop, and it just I'll say conveys their city a little bit more. So just a couple notes on that. And the Tampa and Seattle game, although I did not watch, but that uniform matchup was as expected. Loved it.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the Jags jerseys look nice. The Cowboys Jets, right? So the Cowboys had those white ones. Yep. The Jets, I don't like those black jerseys. Normally, I'm a big fan of the black jerseys, but with the Jets, it doesn't work. And like the black helmets, to me, I'm out on those.
Yeah, I can't decide if I like those or not. I think I go back and forth. Maybe it would if I was actually a Jets fan, maybe I'd like them, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I like the teals. I like the teals on the Jaguars and the Seattle Tampa game. That was cool to see. Just the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game, but let's talk Lions. How about them Lions?
Yeah.
Did what they were supposed to.
It seems like we're getting back into a little bit of what we saw last year, which was games where it never really felt like the win wasn't in doubt, but it just kind of got a little annoying, where it's like they're winning by a comfortable margin. But as a fan, you're kind of like, they can do better, but it's hard to win in the NFL. So when they are winning by that easy margin, I think we have to, chill out a little bit on it, but kind of watching them, it's just like, it seems like they could always play better. It was a lot like last week against the Browns, but
Yeah, I feel like that's a good problem to have. We're kind of getting to this point as Lions fans where it's like we're winning, but we're still finding like it wasn't that pretty, or like there was still a lot of, issues or something where, but I don't know. I thought they did what they were supposed to do. Um, Defense came out. Browning was just awful. He
Yeah.
done now. Are they going to throw Flacco in right away?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
starting.
Wow. I mean,
possibly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't blame
it's
him.
so funny too because like we just played the Browns and the Bengals, and now they're changing that up. So just interesting. And to your point, Jordan, they did the Lions did what they were supposed to do. The only negative about that game was the Terrion injury, and we got to get healthy. We got to stay healthy. And people were talking about, oh yeah, we gave up some touchdowns, but that was kind of garbage time. And not that it wasn't in reach for the Bengals, but it was just too little, too late, and our defense just wasn't, I guess, what it was earlier in the day. So I'm not too worried about the defense. Just got to get healthy, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. I will say one thing I've really enjoyed watching is Goff at the line of scrimmage. Like, you can tell they almost go into every play having 2 plays to run, and he kind of determines which one they're going to run. And I don't know if it's just because I've watched him more, but it just seems like you can tell when he's reading a defense and he knows what he's seeing, and if he kills it to the next play or if he goes with the first play, I've started to try and watch other offenses and other quarterbacks to see if it's the same thing, and I just wasn't noticing it before. But man, it just seems like he is just dialed in and he knows exactly what he's looking at and exactly what play is going to work. So I just really enjoyed kind of watching him pick and choose what plays to run.
Yeah, I
He's
just
very
like
appreciated. Like, I love him.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I've had my ups and downs with Jared, especially in the beginning, like not having that athletic quarterback for me. That's something I've always wanted personally, but just seeing what he's really done with the team, and he embodies the kind of the comeback story and the underdog, and just how he really assimilated to the team and culture and the city has really been cool. So glad to have him, and he is playing at a high level. I think the whole team is. We're kind of after that week 1 loss. I think a lot of people were, reaffirming like, oh, the coordinators, they're not. But then we come out and we're just winning against good teams. We're beating the bad teams, convincingly too. My only question for you guys is maybe Jameson Williams. Are like some people are nervous. We just paid him, right? Like, are we concerned? What's your level at right now?
I'm not concerned at all. I think when I look at the Lions, it looks like they're able to do 3 different things. They can either run, they can throw deep to JMO, or they can go in the middle to like Amon-Ra or Laporta. And I feel like defenses can only take 2 of those things away if they're really good. And it seems like they're taking away JMO, because a lot of the Amon-Ra catches, you would see JMO would go deep and Amon-Ra would like cut to the middle of the field under him. So even though the passes aren't going to him, he's clearly the safeties are watching him, taking eyeballs off of Amon-Ra and leaving him open underneath. So it's kind of like the defenses are picking and choosing. So yeah, I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And more than anything, it just feels like every single week someone else is just on fire, right? It's against Baltimore, it was Montgomery. Last week I feel like Laporta had such a strong game, and I feel like the ebbs and flows of the game, we kind of get into a rhythm, and certain players are rolling week to week, and I think JMO is going to be fine, because once he does get a game of 2 touchdowns, 170 yards, whatever, a couple bombs, like the league is going to notice. And to your point, Troy, the defenses are going to have to continue to, be with him the entire game. Like, we have threats all over the place. So it's it's what do they call it? It's like too many weapons, basically. So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to get your guys' take because I am seeing some things, on X or Twitter, like wondering where he's at. But it's like we're winning, we're comfortably winning. We're playing great football. And like you're saying, like his time will come. And when it does, that's going to open up the game even more for us. So maybe, bring that extra dimension, really try and hammer it before the playoffs to throw off teams planning. And then you can go back to running and I'm on Ron. That'll really open it up for sure. I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking at the standings here, we had some shifts. We definitely saw some changes after another crazy week in the NFL with the upsets and the last second field goals. Someone dropping a touchdown inches before crossing the line again, 2 weeks in a row, Also that game, the interception fumble into the end zone, like what?
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, leave it to the Titans and the Cardinals to do something like that, and that's how the Titans get their win. Basically, that was funny to watch.
I don't understand how that keeps happening with players dropping the ball before the end zone. Like,
yeah, like it's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, you have one job. Like, is it that much fun to just let go of the ball and start celebrating? Like, no, you want to keep that ball. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's dumb. Yeah.
You just ran 85 yards. Like, just make sure you cross. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then did you see his coach like punch him too? It was like a gut punch. Like,
really? I didn't see that. I saw he got fined, but I didn't really see why. That's
yeah. I mean, somewhat deserved. Like, you lost the game essentially for something dumb. But no, let's look at the standings here. Zach's on top with his all-in strategy has been working. He's been hitting these locks. Overall, we're all still pretty tight. Week 5 was really rough for us, but I think that was pretty normal across the board, unless you just love taking underdogs. There was more underdog wins than the favorites actually last week, just by one game, but still, like, it was a surprise. It was a surprise. And last note here, I just wanted to remind our viewers how our system works. Obviously, you can see, our leaders on top. We're going by total points here. So we have a column with the last week's record. That's week 5. We're keeping track of our overall record. We didn't actually start in week 1. We started the HamBonez recordings and the group Pickems in week 2. So you might see a little fluctuation there. And then the total points includes our lock system. We guarantee a lock at the end that you'll see at the end of the episode, and we wager points. So if we get the lock correctly, our lock of the week, then we get 10 points, or not 10 points, whatever you wager. You get a positive addition to your point total. If you lose, you get negatives. Last caveat to that is you can only choose a team once to win each season. Whether the lock comes true or not, it's a one and done. All right. New theme this week too. Coming at you with new graphics here.
Ooh.
All right. Here we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I went with the mecha, like a machine transformer type vibe, And we got division. What is this? The NFC East. Philadelphia Eagles coming off a loss, but the New York Giants coming off probably a much rougher loss to the Saints. Let's see. Oh boy. Let me look here. Zach's our leader, so I'm actually going to go with his first. But
all right.
He's got a little bit of notes here for us too. First game, the Giants somehow made us believe in the Saints, and he's going with the Eagles. I'm also joining them over at the Eagles. I think that's kind of an easy one for me. I don't see them losing 2 straight now. Wouldn't shock me. Division game, right? Jackson Dart, like you're not going to throw 3-4 picks or whatever it was. Hopefully again, at home. Makes me a little nervous seeing them play that way, though. Like he looked great the first game, second game was horrible. And Philly, I think, is going to come back kind of mad. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm same. I'm with Philly. I mean, both teams coming off a loss, which is interesting. Philly, we kind of thought they were one of the best teams in the NFL, and I think we still do. So I expect them to kind of come out angry, even though it is a road game and a division road game is tough. But I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree with everything you all said. It would be a very monumental win for New York if they were to pull this off. But I know Neighbors is still out, and Philly's Philly. I mean, they have the weapons, and I think they're going to go in there upset, like you said, Troy, and kind of be out for get a W.
Yeah, I think it'd be surprising.
Right
Although, what was that?
HamBonez lock.
Oh gosh, another guarantee. I don't know though, Philly. I mean, they've been shutting down, right? Like they'll play a great game and then just not score. Saquon had 6 carries. Like this has to be a Saquon. Although, isn't Saquon questionable?
I didn't see that, but I haven't looked at the injury report too closely.
I think he was questionable, but I don't know if he practiced or not today. That would be interesting. I think Philly's still a better team and could probably pull this one off, though, if needed. But that's tomorrow.
That's right.
Next game up. Denver. This is in London too, right? Jeez, We've been getting a lot of international games. Denver Broncos, fresh off that win against the only winless team left in the league, the New York Jets. Oh boy. I think I know what we're doing here, unless there's any surprises. Zach is going Broncos. The Jets don't have a turnover force in 5 weeks, the first team to do since 1933 when turnovers were started being recorded. So says Zach. That's a rough stat.
Yikes.
Aaron Glenn, man. Does he get canned at some point if this continues? Like, it's his first year, though.
That'd be dumb to do that. I mean, I'm obviously not a GM, but I think if you can your first year, head coach halfway through the year, like you're like even after the year, like no matter if they win 0, 1, 2, 3 games, like you got to stick with them. Like otherwise you're going to be in the same boat next year. I don't know.
Yeah. And what did Dan Campbell start out? Wasn't he like 0-8?
He was like 0-10, I think.
Yeah. So
yeah, it took a while. That's true. Troy, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm going Denver. I mean, I love Aaron Glenn. At some point they have to win, but I'm kind of using the strategy I was using for the Saints, where I'm not going to pick them until they get a win. So Denver.
Yeah, same. I don't have a bunch to add. I think the Denver defense is going to suffocate them. So give me Denver.
Yeah, I've been high on Denver. I think there's only been a couple times I didn't take them, including last week, which I'm regretting. They're a good team. I think good team, maybe great team. We'll see towards the end of the year. Definitely think they have a good shot at making the playoffs, although that AFC West is kind of tricky right now. It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all on the Broncos. Arizona Cardinals coming off one of the worst losses maybe in history with just the craziest plays, taking on the Indianapolis Colts, who they're for real, right? Like, no, yes, you guys they're beating up bad teams. Where are you guys at? 'Cause I feel like last time we talked to you kind of were saying the same thing, like you guys aren't really bought in, maybe.
I feel like I'm starting to buy in, like just the way that they're playing. They're scoring a lot of points. I mean, I haven't. I'll be honest, haven't watched a ton of the tape on Danny Dimes on Indianapolis in general, but vibes are good over there. Like once you start off, it gives the players, the momentum and the yes, we can do this kind of thing, and that I think that speaks a lot. So
Yeah, I agree. I'm hoping, just looking at the 1 o'clock games, I'm hoping this might be the one that gets shown in our area. So I think this would be a fun game to watch and to see the Colts kind of for the first time. Because at some point, yeah, you kind of got to believe in them if they keep winning.
yeah.
Does that mean you're both on them then?
It does for me.
Yeah, same here. I'm riding the Colts.
This is what's making me nervous about this week, guys. I was really racking my brain. I didn't like my picks because I didn't have, at first I had almost no upsets. And I'm talking about the stat where there was 8 upsets and there's crazy kickoff rules. I'm like, something's going to happen. And I debated about it, but Kyler is questionable too. They're down to their 3rd string running back. Defense is okay, I guess. But they had this epic collapse, like Zach says right here. Let me see. He's got a note here too. Number one rule is don't bet on the Cardinals and Kyler ever. I'd like to enter last week's collapse into evidence. I mean, I'm right there with you, Zach.
Yeah.
That was rough. It was comical. I thought they had it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I picked Cardinals last week. Like, that's going to be an easy one.
Yeah.
No. Epic collapse. And you know what? Indy at home, they've been playing well at home. It's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough game for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Right. The LA Chargers at Miami.
So who's going to lock the Chargers this week?
Right. Zach's note here is he's got the Chargers over the Dolphins. He says bad vibes over versus no line. Like, which one are you taking? No offensive line with the LA Chargers, or bad vibes with the Miami Dolphins? And he is going with the Chargers. This is one where, like, I know I should go Chargers, and it makes me sick to go Dolphins, but this is one where I had to pick like an underdog, and I feel like West to East, and I don't know, maybe like their offense looked a little better without Tyreek, although, gosh, who did they just beat? Or no, they lost, right? Did they lose again?
Yep.
It was last second, though. Oh, Carolina. They let Carolina come back. Was that game? I'm pulling it up right now. I can't.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Gosh. So, makes me sick to take them. But Chargers have been really, like, it's so hard to bet against Jimbo, but. And then they lost Marion Hampton, too, is on IR for at least 4 weeks. So now your O-line stinks.
Yeah.
3rd string running back. But although at first I was going to go Chargers because I'm like, better defense, obviously. I don't know. I'm going Miami just for the diversity, I suppose.
Yeah, my notes were Marion Hampton's hurt, the offensive line's hurt, traveling east for a 1 o'clock game. So everything's kind of going against the Chargers, but I think I'm going to ride with Harbaugh one last time. And if he burns me 3 weeks in a row, then I'll be off him, but we'll stick with him.
You can't lock them.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat as you, Troy. Like, I don't think the Chargers are going to drop 3 in a row. It is tough going to Miami. It'll probably be hot down there, but I'm gonna stick with LA one more time as well, and I can't lock them either. Not that I would this week, but yeah, this will be an interesting game. Let's see what happens.
I mean, that's the smart choice. I agree. I was on them the whole day, and that was one of the last minute changes I made just to kind of shoot for an underdog sort of deal. I could see Miami winning this one, even though that team is just a dumpster fire, and I like the Chargers a lot. I'm just thinking maybe the injuries and the traveling and the humidity and heat and stuff will catch up to them. I think it's supposed to rain a bunch in Florida this weekend, so I don't know. It's just kind of a shot in the dark. And that it's like, how many times can a team burn you? And like for us doing these picks too, like this is new to us, really like putting all this confidence and thought into the picking the teams, and then they're letting us down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. All right, what's our next game here? Oh boy.
Ooh.
Cleveland Browns taking on. This doesn't look like a great game, honestly. But AFC North battle, AFC North is open for business. Pittsburgh's probably got a pretty good control right now, actually, on it.
Yeah, what are they?
Let me pull this up.
3-1. Did they have a bye last week?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Who do you got, Jordan?
Let's see. Me and Zach we're both on Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure. Yep, Zach's on Pittsburgh. I don't really have. I mean, this is one where I almost went Cleveland because Aaron Rodgers versus Myles Garrett in that defense could cause trouble. But man, Cleveland's just bad. They're just not good. I want to like them in that defense, and I hope the young guys do good, whether that's Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, the rookies. I hope they figure it out this year and they don't have to keep going over and over with the rookie quarterbacks and turmoil and whatnot. But I just can't do it.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, it is Myles Garrett versus Watt, which will be kind of cool. But Cleveland's coming home from London. Pittsburgh's coming off a bye, and they're at home. So I think Pittsburgh probably, is going to be a little more rested and ready.
Oh, you guys are trying to convince me the other way, but I'm gonna go Cleveland. Give me them dogs. So I think this is somewhere where Pittsburgh, again, I don't think they're as good as people think they are. I think this is gonna be potentially a matchup where that D line and they're getting after Rodgers. He's old, he's prone to just kind of sit there and see what happens. And I do think I like Joe Flacco, don't get me wrong, but I think having him traded away, it's Dylan Gabriel's team now. So, I think he's got a couple of weeks under his belt. He didn't look bad last week. The only thing was they're traveling back from Europe this week, but hey, give me the Browns. Let's see what happens.
I see this as a coin flip. I mean, honestly, I could see it. You're almost convincing me, honestly, because I love that. Like Pittsburgh's record, I don't think really reflects how they've played this year. They've kind of been beneficiaries of either weak opponents or catching people at the right time, or the Patriots fumbling like 5 times, like things like that. I went back and forth on this one. I'm going to stay today, though. But I think those are great points, Matt. The Cowboys. This is going to be this interesting game. This might tell a lot about one of the two teams here. Whoever comes out top. Well, it'll probably tell a lot about both of them, honestly. Or it's just going to be a crapshoot. Let's see here. Zachary. He just has coin flip, and there's a little emoji like this. He's going Cowboys over Panthers. I'm joining them. I think I feel like Dak, the offense is good enough. The defense is not. I'm not super comfortable with that. I'd like to put it on Carolina, but I went with Dallas this week. Troy,
Yeah, I mean,
you gonna break out a
I guess
pack of cigarettes?
this will be a.
This was your cigarette team, you said.
I know. It'll tell me a lot about Bryce Young. Can he keep up on offense with the Cowboys? But I'm going Cowboys. I don't think so. The Cowboys do have a really good offense, so yeah, I'm gonna quit the cigarettes for a week.
Well, I'm gonna take them from you, Troy. I'm gonna go with them Black Panthers over here. So Carolina has not lost at home yet. They've looked pretty good at home, but another thing about Dallas, I mean, they were just on the East Coast, coming back to Dallas. Now they got to go back. So not that that's the biggest thing in the world. It's only Texas, but Dallas had a big win last week, so against the Jets, that was expected, but I'm just feeling Carolina this week.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that at all. This was one I was contemplating too. I could definitely see Dallas losing this one. I like Carolina. They are sneaky. Carolina's sneaky. Like, you can't get a good read on them. They might be good. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Well, that's fun.
Yeah,
Okay. I thought
they're
that was going to
frisky.
be. What was that, Troy?
They're a frisky team.
Frisky kitties. Yep.
This one's tough. The Seattle Seahawks travel all the way to Jacksonville to play the Jaguars, fresh off that last minute win against the Chiefs where Trevor Lawrence stumbles. I thought it was like that was a true stumble bomb almost, except for he just ran it in. Oh boy, this will be a good one. This will be a really good one. Oops, where's my mouse going? Here we go. Zach. I keep forgetting Zach's going first. Zach is our leader. He's leading us today. He's got the Jags over the Seahawks. West Coast coming east. Man, I really wanted to go Seattle. I did. Oops. Give me a sec. I'm with Zach on Jacksonville. I think for me, it comes down to the injuries. I'm a little uncertain of the injuries with Seattle's cornerbacks. Tariq Woolen had a concussion. So will he be cleared to play in time? I don't know. Witherspoon was also questionable. I'm not sure if he was out there today or not. I didn't take a peek. I feel like there was maybe one more defensive injury. That just kind of put it over the edge for me with the traveling and the time zones, which we're analyzing now too. You're kind of getting me hooked on that, thinking more about that. And Jacksonville's hot, so that's where I'm going. I'm going this time here.
Yeah, I kind of said the Panthers were like my cigarette team. I feel like Jacksonville might become like my heroin team. They're like, after watching Trevor Lawrence just run all over the place, fall down, get up, fall down, run into the end zone, just like Duval. So give me Jacksonville.
Good, Troy. What do you got?
Well, I changed my pick about 38 seconds ago. I don't know why, but I'm a believer that whenever you have a big win, sometimes it's in prime time, you're kind of due for a letdown game, unfortunately. So, and I do think Seattle, they're solid. I think they're well coached. Sam Darnold doesn't make a lot of mistakes. They're going to come down and I think catch them by surprise. So give me the Seahawks.
Yeah, who's favored in this game?
It's basically a pick'em from what I can see.
Oh, yeah. I see that too. Yeah. I thought Seattle was favored at first, actually, on the road. And all season long, I probably would have, up until last week, with the recency bias of Jacksonville beating the Chiefs, probably would have picked Seattle. Like I've been saying, they're a sneaky team. I think they're a playoff team. They might have a chance to win their division as well. They just got to beat out the 49ers, basically. Right? Who else is there?
Niners, Rams. That'll be a fun
division.
Rams.
Cardinals. I'm not worried about the Cardinals, but
that's always a fun division. I don't know why. It's fun.
I think it's always competitive. That's a good, they don't usually have too many stinkers any given year.
Right.
So Matt, you said you're going Seattle. Sorry, I was lagging on this one.
In Seattle. Yep.
Going solo. Matt's going solo again, back to
My
back.
strategy, like last week, did not go well, so I'm changing it up. And given all the upsets, I've got to hit at least one of these. So
Yeah, that's been changing the way I'm trying to be strategic in that as well. However, I feel like we've been lining up, for the most part, we've been lining up a lot more than I thought. I think that might have more to do with just the games slated for this week. What about this one here? Next game up. We got the Rams going to Baltimore. Oh boy, Zach, lead us off, Zach? Rams over Ravens. It doesn't seem like Lamar is going to play. That's a major concern. And is it a hammy? What's Lamar's injury?
Yeah.
That's tough. For a running explosive quarterback, that is tough. I'm also on the Rams. Same reasons. I think Baltimore was cooked. I'm done. I mean, even if I guess they could get healthy, but even healthy, man, their defense not looking great. It might be too late for them. We'll see. I guess it's still early. Part of me thinks that maybe they're just going to kind of shut down until the bye and kind of see how it goes from there. But I don't know. I think they got a tough schedule too. I wish I could pull it up. I'm having some sound issues whenever I switch. Let me try it. Let me rattle off who they got here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Rams. Oh, and then a bye. Chicago, Miami, Minnesota, Cleveland, Jets. Oh, wait a second. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. I take that back. They got a pretty soft schedule here. They got to find a way to get healthy. Kyle Hamilton's questionable. Lamar's questionable. Roquan Smith is questionable. Marlon Humphrey and Madubuike is on IR. So they're hurting right now. It was flip-flopped on the schedule, though. That schedule actually looks kind of nice after that.
And with next week being their bye, I think they probably do rest Lamar just to get him that extra week. I'm going the Rams, though, because of that. I think without Lamar, the Ravens are dead. Stafford is 50 yards away from passing Dan Marino on the all-time passing yards list, though, which would be number 9 all-time. So that's kind of cool. He should obviously get that.
Far?
50.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Here you got another shot.
That is cool. This one I'm sticking with y'all, but that is cool about Stafford. Shout out to Matt Stafford. He was always my favorite when he was in Detroit. So great guy, good player. Respect to him. But yeah, going Rams. Without Lamar, I just think they're dead. I do see them rattling off some wins and kind of getting back into the playoff hunt in like a month. So, but until then, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, I guess Baltimore still has a chance to get back on track here, so we'll see. I don't know. Even when the beginning of the year, they just didn't seem like themselves. I don't know. I'm just used to seeing a cleaner Baltimore team play. Here we go. New England coming off another impressive win as well. New England's looking pretty good, in my opinion. Zach says he is going Patriots over Saints. He's worried about New England's potential emotional letdown after that big Bills game, and I'm right there with him. I also have New England. I was considering, I'm not going to lie, I went with New Orleans. They came up big for me. I went solo on them last week. That was enough to make me almost do it again at home. But I feel like, in my opinion, I think New England's got it, dude. They got Christian Gonzalez back. That defense is solid. And Drake May looks good. They got a receiver with the last name Booty. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm vibing.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength. I was considering the same thing with coming off an emotional win. Will there be a letdown? But Mike Vrabel's a good coach. He's an experienced coach. He's not like a rookie coach where you would worry about that. So I'm not too worried about him letting that happen. So yeah, I think New England actually is a good team. So I'm going New England.
Yeah, I'm gonna join y'all. The little mini uni alert. So New England is going all white. So it hasn't been done in a long time. I think I saw 2017 white pants, white jerseys. But yeah, I think they're so well coached. I think the win over Buffalo gave Drake May, gave the entire team kind of that added boost of confidence to say, hey, we can run with anyone, and we could be the team to beat in the division potentially. So I think they've got a lot of confidence. I think that bodes well against a team that just, they're not terrible, but just getting that one win, they're not great. So
yeah, I think you've got a good point there. I think they could potentially win the division. I think they're definitely a playoff team. Sitting at 3-2, they're a young team, new coach, kind of working out the issues or the inexperience right now. But I feel like they're a strong team. That's not a bad division to be in either. Going up against the Dolphins and Jets twice a year. I mean, right now at least. Obviously, that can change in the future. Here's another amazing game between two not so great teams this year. We got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Zach's on the Titans. This is kind of funny, actually. He says, can we start a washed watch? I'd like to nominate Geno for leading the league with 9 picks. Washed rankings, number 1, you got the New York Giants, Kenny Galladay. Remember, he got that money over in the Giants, and was just,
oh my gosh,
that was funny as a Lions fan. That I was shocked. I mean, he was pretty solid for us. He was reliable, big body. Let's see who else. Number 2, Kirk Cousins. Oh no, Kirko, local friend. Can we call him that? Maybe not friend. Number 3, Russell Wilson. Might be time, buddy. And then 4, Geno ? So he's got a little washed rankings here based on this game, kind of. But he's going Titans. He's going with the Tennessee Titans, and you know what? I'm right there with them. It kind of is one of those that kind of makes me sick, but I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. And Brock Bowers, I think, is questionable, so I think that was enough for me to just, if he doesn't play, Tennessee maybe they're feeling a nice little high off of their win, their magical win, and they'll go take care of this bad Vegas team. But I mean, when I broke it down initially, I was like, Vegas has the better players, at least the star power, which Geno can be good. He's playing terrible this year. Bowers obviously is phenomenal, and then Max Crosby on defense are just like the highlight players that I know personally, right? And I can't really point out that many with the Tennessee Titans, but I'm going to roll with them. Where are you at, Troy?
Yeah, I think the Raiders are better than their record. So I am going to go the Raiders, but I do think, if Tennessee wins and the Raiders truly are bad, then we might have to add Pete Carroll to that washed list as well.
That's such a good call. I'm with you on the Raiders there, Troy. I was pretty close to taking the Titans, but I just don't think Callahan and the Tennessee team is going to be a long-term fit. Coach, I like Cam Ward. I think he's going to take a little bit to kind of be who he is maybe in a year, but I think he's got a good head on him. But I think it's in Vegas. I just don't see Tennessee pulling this off. So give me the Raiders.
I'll be honest. I was on the Raiders to begin with. This is one where my initial take was you just can't pick the Titans. They're terrible. If the Jets didn't if they didn't have an 0-5 record, I would say the Titans are the worst team in the league. I think this is just kind of one of my Hail Mary underdog throws. I thought I was going to be solo on this one, honestly. But makes me feel a little better Zach's on it because Zach got it right last week with the Titans. That was one of his solos. All right, next game here. Let me switch this over. This is a good one too. Oh man, I'm excited for this one. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, these are some two NFC powerhouses, and I forgot to propose this question earlier. Is the NFC better than the AFC this year? Initial reaction, just yes or no. Just yes or no. What do you guys got?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Maybe deeper.
I think so.
Yeah, I would say, you got just a quick tangent. You have the Bills over in the AFC and Kansas City. They're probably going to be fine, but they're not what they used to be, I don't think. And obviously the Ravens, at least right now, they're who knows. So, you got San Fran, you got Tampa right here. You got Lions, you got Eagles, you got, Rams are even great too. Yeah, so this will be fun.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm excited for this game because San Francisco, man, I just don't know how they're doing it, right? Zach is on the Bucs, and he actually went out and found a guy. He went out and found a reference here. A Niner specialist says, per our stats and info guy, Doug, the Niners don't have an interception or rushing touchdown through 5 weeks. First team to ever do that. The House of Cards falls this week. That's interesting. I did not know that. Dougie Fresh coming in with that knowledge.
Nice.
He's our Niners guy. I'm with Zach on Tampa just because I think I said this last time. I think I said Bucs are going to win in a crazy last-second field goal. Could be the same thing today. I just can't. I want to be a part of the magic of Baker. I want to be with them on Tampa. I feel bad for going against the Niners again because they're proving it, and we don't know if Purdy's back or not yet, right? Is he for sure out or is he questionable week to week? Has he got turf toe? Is that what he's got a knee thing?
A bit of everything, yeah.
Mac Jones was hurt too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm San Francisco last week was my lone wolf special. Both of these teams are 4-1. Both have looked impressive, but I can't go against Baker at home. So yeah, give me Tampa Bay for this one.
Yeah, these are two great teams, like we've said. I'm going San Francisco. I think everyone's going to be pulling for Bucs. I not pulling for them, but expecting the Bucs to win. Just given the way that they're pulling these W's out the last few weeks, which obviously I won't be surprised if it happens again. But I think Kyle Shanahan is really in his feels right now, and the way they beat the Rams last week, I thought that was impressive. So I think Mac Jones is going to keep riding and beat the Bucs. So let's see what happens.
Still battling some injuries. They still don't have Mike Evans out. They still have, Kalijah Kancey, I think, is on IR. So I think they still got Vita Vea in the middle for the run game, but you got to find a way to stop, McCaffrey. I believe Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall were still questionable. But that doesn't seem to slow them down right now. They're still competing, and Mac's looking good. I know Kyle Shanahan's a good fit for that type of quarterback, though. My question when after that game last week is, how did Mac Jones not end up on another team? How is he not with Cleveland or staying with Jacksonville? Was he just that bad in practice, or people just didn't believe in him? Because in the right situation, or I guess with this right coach, he looked good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's just one of those guys where he's not flashy. He's not, the guy that everyone wants to sign. And I just think he got unlucky. I think that was his Belichick's last year or two in New England, got bounced around a little bit, and just not a great situation for a kid like him. And now he's in one of the best situations you can be for a young, solid quarterback. So I think that makes all the difference. Before I forget, this may or may not be a uni alert again for Tampa. They have not changed their Twitter profile to the regular logo after last week's creamsicles, so they may or may not be going the orange creamsicles. So look out for that. That's a potential. You heard it here first on HamBonez.
HamBonez, baby. I have a creamsicle jersey. It was, I don't know if I should name drop. I went on vacation with some old high school friends of ours, I'll say, after actually like a couple years into college or something like that. And we went to Tampa, and I got a Vincent Jackson jersey because I had him and he was blown up in one of my fantasy leagues. So I bought a Tampa or a creamsicle Vinny Jacks jersey. I have it in my closet still. Fun little fact. I'm a fan of the creamsicle.
How many lone wolves is this for Matt? I feel like he's
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I actually looked up all our lone wolf stats just to see, because I mean it's not really, it doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just more coincidental, like who goes alone here. And I don't think Matt had gone alone yet on any, so now he's going crazy this week.
I know. Well, I noticed that too, and I don't know if I have or not, but I sure haven't won any of them. So I took a hard look at myself in the mirror this morning. I was like, you gotta get your stuff together and start racking up some W's. You can't be going with chalk every single time. So here we are. Let's go.
This week is so hard to not be chalk though. Like I was trying just to pick a couple underdogs, and I don't like the ones I picked. It's so tough. But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I didn't see you didn't happen to be lone wolf on any of them so far this year. So you didn't get any right, but you didn't get any wrong either, technically. So we'll see. Hopefully you don't go 100% this week. We're going to be in trouble if you do.
If this time next week I'm still 0-4 in that, column by myself, I'm going to be in a real big trouble at her here.
Well, Zach says Packers over the Bengals. Give me a second. Edit this really quick. That's annoying. Sometimes that happens with my graphics. If I add something late, I'll have to kind of re-edit it to show the icons. Anyway, we're both on Green Bay. I mean, no, I don't know if this is a huge surprise to anybody. If someone's going with Cincy, that'd be awesome to see Flacco actually. I forget what the stat was, but it's like, right, he beats the same team twice in the same year. Something like that. Because Flacco already beat him on the Browns. So if he comes out and starts and beats him again in the first 6 weeks of the season, that would be amazing and hilarious.
That's hilarious. That'd be great.
They're coming off a bye, though, at home. I believe. Go ahead, Matt. Is this one?
No, I'm sticking with the Packers. I think they're strong. But you do got me thinking with Flacco now. I'm gonna stick there, but you got me thinking that'd be a really fun watch.
I was talking about the uniforms. Is this a uni?
Sorry. No, I don't think so. At least no.
I might be wrong with that then. I thought I saw something like they're going to wear their, I don't know. It's some crazy old date, like 1933. It's like the navy or like the dark blue.
Oh,
I don't know if that's this week though.
Green Bay, you're talking?
Yeah.
That's week 9.
Oh, okay. Troy, who do you got? Sorry to interrupt.
So, no, I'm going Green Bay as well. But an interesting thing to propose to you guys. So with Flacco now with the Bengals, at least starting for a couple weeks, maybe the rest of the year, depending on if they ever bring Burrow back. So in the all-time passing yards list, Russell Wilson is currently number 15, and 410 yards behind him at number 16 is Joe Flacco. So do you think Joe Flacco or Russell Wilson ends up with more passing yards at the end? Because this is maybe both of their last years in the NFL.
I got to go Flacco. I can't see Russell Wilson playing or starting another game at least, unless Dart gets hurt. I feel like you got to keep riding with him. But, yeah, I mean, I think Flacco can get that with those receivers in like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
You hitch him on a couple garbage touchdowns or just whenever. The question is, will he be able to survive the onslaught of having a terrible O-line? That's the question. Because he's older too. He's not very mobile.
Micah Parsons, one hit.
Bye. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen this weekend. So we're all on Green Bay. I don't think anyone's super shocked on that, and it's unfortunate because it's not my favorite team in the world. Here we go. Detroit City at Kansas City. We get to hear Chris Collinsworth talk about Patrick Mahomes for how many hours? Might mute it. I'm not sure. It's not my favorite. Zach's going to Detroit, right? Let me read his tidbit here. The narrative isn't on our side, but I think we are better and hungrier. MCDC in primetime is 12-2. I didn't know that, actually. That is crazy. That might be enough to flip me back, but I'm going to go KC, guys. I think we're the better team. I hope we win. I think we've got a chance. I think we're going to win, but the corners are scaring me. I think, like, the way I envisioned this game when I really was thinking about it, it's like one of the two teams, I don't know which, is going to go up like 10 points right off the bat or 2 scores, but they're both really good teams. The other team's going to come back. It's going to be a close game, and Mahomes is going to do Mahomesy things and just hit some like Juju Smith-Schuster down the, for like 60-yard touchdown to end the game or something ridiculous like that. Like, that's what I'm afraid of with our corner issues. Terrion's out. DJ Reed's out. Khalil Dorsey's out. Like, we got Rock Ya-Sin, Amik. I'm not sure who's after that. And I consume a lot of Lions content. I don't know who they got off the street.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I'm also, the other part besides the injuries, I was thinking maybe it's more of like a reverse jinx. Like, I'll pick Kansas City and then the Lions will win, sort of thing.
What do you got, Troy?
Yeah, I was flip-flopping on this one right up until we started. This one's so hard for me. I mean, Kansas City's only a 1.5-point favorite at home, which is kind of surprising. The Lions, I think, have more star players. But Kansas City, they're still Kansas City. They still have Patrick Mahomes. My rule week 1 was never bet against Mahomes. Kansas City, I feel like, is pissed off. The Lions don't have any cornerbacks, like you said, but I don't know if it actually matters against Mahomes, like whether they have cornerbacks or not. Like, he's going to do his thing. So this one just hurts. I don't know what to do. I'm going Detroit, though. I think. I mean, this is just. I don't really have much conviction behind it, but I am going to go Detroit. I have some cool stats, though, to kind of keep an eye on. So, first of all, with David Montgomery, he's less than 300 yards from 6,000 career yards. So that's kind of a pretty cool benchmark. Running backs don't get too many yards anymore with their, not many years in the league. So him already a couple games away from 6,000. Also, my favorite Lions player growing up was Johnny Morton. Obviously the receiver, not their new offensive coordinator, but Amon-Ra is only 4 catches away from passing him in their career number of catches. So he'll pass Johnny Morton. And then I wanted to deep dive into Jared Goff's stats when he was with the Rams versus the Lions, because in the last game they showed his record with the Rams and the Lions, and it was like identical. And I didn't realize he had already played as many games with the Lions as he did with the Rams. So I looked at some more stats. So this is his 5th season with the Lions. He was with the Rams for 5 years. He's been to 2 Pro Bowls with each team. He played 69 games with the Rams. He's now played 70 with the Lions. He won 42 games with the Rams. He's now won 43 with the Lions. With the Rams, he had 18,171 passing yards. With the Lions, he's had 18,074 passing yards. His touchdowns was 107 with the Rams, 127 with the Lions. His completions, 1,500 to 1,600, so they're close. So it's like, it's almost crazy how like similar his stats are through essentially 70 games with both teams. So I just thought that was just showed his, I guess, stability each year with both teams. So I thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, Lions, I guess, but I was flip-flopping all day.
Those are some wild stats. I did see that the records were pretty much identical, which is crazy in itself. So, this one, I worry if we get down early. Jordan, you kind of got my brain worried a little bit. If we get down early, then it kind of puts us, on our heels. And I'd be fine with a shootout, but if we get down by 2 scores, that's where I think things get a little hairy, and I don't know if we can keep up. But I'm gonna go Kansas City. It was weird. I was kind of rooting for them against Jacksonville, so they wouldn't be so hungry and won't be so kind of up against the wall for this game Sunday night. And Patrick Mahomes does those kind of crazy things. So hope I'm wrong, but I think Kansas City might pull this one out.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong too. I mean, the Lions, they're just the better team. Kansas City's coming on though with Worthy back. It's a hard game to call. It really is. I think this would be a good JMO game. Maybe that's the key to victory is you just get one, 65-yard catch and run from JMO, and that's what puts us over the edge, and that gives us a little bit of cushion, and then we can, slam the rock. The Kansas City Chiefs defense isn't as hardy as it was in years past, which is good for us. Obviously, I'm not too worried about our offense. I know we'll put up points, We haven't sputtered too much this year, outside of week 1. I feel like we've been pretty consistent. Because remember last year we would come out after the half and just like go 3 and out like every game. Like I feel like that hasn't been happening as much. I think I'm doing more of a strategy pick here too, and I can see like you said, Matt, kind of stinks that they lost because they really need it too. They need this win. The fact that they're 2-3. Yeah. It's quite shocking. They can't go 2-4. And the Lions do have a little breathing room, although looking at the rest of the Lions schedule, we got a tough schedule still the rest of the way. Definitely be watching that one Sunday night back? Too. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Do we know is Aline back yet?
They haven't said anything yet for sure. I would imagine he'll get some reps in though.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. I didn't think about that. He's been practicing, right? Yeah. That'd be good to see him back out there.
Yeah.
If Hutch how many sacks does Hutch need for us to win?
2.
2? Maybe a strip sack?
Yeah. Strips, yeah.
Definitely need a turnover.
Yeah, need a turnover. Maybe a Brian Branch pick 6 again would be nice.
That's crazy. That was his first game.
Yeah. We need some magic to happen. It'd be great if it's another Monty game because I feel like their defensive line, if you just wear them out, you keep going at them at the end of the game, which most D-lines are going to get tired like the Ravens did, but I feel like you got to wear them down. We'll see if we can do that.
Yeah, play keep away.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I think we can do it. All right. Getting to is this another doubleheader Monday night? So the first
Yeah.
Monday night game, the Bills at the Falcons. Falcons coming off a bye. The Bills coming off that last second. I don't know, was it last second or that end of the game loss, last minute loss to the Patriots? Let's see here. Zach's on the Bills. Zach's on the Bills. I was also on the Bills for most. I think it's still actually in the app. I'm on the Bills. I'm gonna do it just for fun. I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one, just for some diversity because I feel like we've been on the same teams quite a bit. Besides Matt, I'll take the pressure off of you, Matt, if you wanna take one or the other. But no, I think Atlanta. Besides that Carolina game, I feel like they are a good team coming off a bye. Buffalo, I still have my question marks on Buffalo. Like, New England's a good team. Josh Allen's amazing. I don't have questions on Josh Allen. He's special. He's such a fun guy to watch play as well. Their defense isn't super impressive, and their weapons are okay, I guess. They're pretty good. James Cook is good, right? But I'm thinking maybe Atlanta can sneak one out here, get Bijan going at home. I don't love it, but that would open things up also in the AFC East. So I'm kind of and the AFC in general. If the Buffalo Bills lose this one, I think I'm more of wishful than I think it's going to happen. It's hard to go against Josh Allen after I was just building him up Chris Collinsworth style. But yeah, I just switched. Let me make sure I'm at. Yep, I'm going to go Atlanta here. Bold.
I'm gonna go Buffalo. Buffalo, I think they're gonna be pissed off. I'm still not all the way there on Atlanta. Not all the way there on Penix. So yeah, I think Buffalo's gonna get back on track.
That's so before I get into my pick, this is one of the big uniform matchups of the week, actually. So Buffalo, it's they're all white, so but their helmet, it's kind of an old school decal. So it's not their, standard kind of new age Buffalo. It's kind of the old school, the entire Buffalo image. It's red, or it's white with a red sticker of a Buffalo. So they're kind of going throwbacks on that. So excited to see those. And Atlanta is actually, from my understanding, is going with their old school red helmet. So that should be kind of cool as well. So looking forward to watch that matchup. Should be fun, but I don't see the Bills losing 2 in a row. So give me Buffalo.
Boy, that makes me nervous. I know that's probably the wrong choice. Atlanta, I do like that old school red helmet though.
Yeah, agreed.
For Atlanta.
Yeah,
right.
I just googled the Bills are the old school Bills helmets. That's gonna look nice.
Yeah, which is interesting, right? It's again, you're away with,
Yeah.
which maybe they're doing it for, they're throwing it back to an Atlanta, but yeah, always interesting.
All right. Anyway, last game of the week. Chicago coming off a bye, going to the Washington Commanders. Zach's got commies. We've got the Commanders over the Bears here. I was debating. I was playing with this one. I probably should have gone with maybe the upset here instead of that last game. But I'm joining Zach on the Commanders. I feel like they're kind of getting back on track here. Offense is good. Daniels is good. I can't remember if McLaurin's coming back. Do you guys remember? Do you know? He was injured, right?
Yeah, he was. I haven't heard he's back yet, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders. I don't know. I definitely can see, though. I almost went Bears. Ben Johnson coming off a bye. I could see it.
Yeah, Ben Johnson coming off a bye could go one of two ways. I mean, it's his first bye as a coach. So does this become a thing where the Bears are always good coming off a bye or always bad coming off a bye? I don't know. I guess this will be our first sample size with that, but I'm going with the Commanders too. Yeah, I'm not a believer in the Bears.
Yeah, this was one I actually just changed my pick on. So I'm gonna go give me the Bears. I think this is gonna be a squeaker of a game. So I do think Ben Johnson, and unfortunately they've been playing better the last couple of games, and before their bye week they squeaked those 2 games out. So granted, they weren't the best teams in the world because I think they beat the Raiders, and who else did they beat? Doesn't matter. But coming off a bye, I think going into your bye, I think it's huge. You get 2 wins. You got 2 weeks of good mojo going around the facility. So, and I think the whole world's going to be expecting Jane Daniels to light it up on Monday night at home. So I think Chicago, unfortunately, might surprise us.
Wouldn't mind that. I'm not too scared of the Bears, like knocking us out of the playoffs necessarily. Oh gosh, I should knock on wood. I wouldn't mind seeing the Washington loss, so I don't mind that at all. I do think Chicago's got better offensive weapons. You got Ben Johnson at the helm too, so I don't know. I was thinking about. No, I'll stay with the Commanders. Although I will say I looked this up because I've been wrong on the Commanders every week so far this year. I pick them to win, they lose. I pick them to lose, they win. So
same.
There you go, Matt. All right. That wraps it up. We're going to take a look at the bye teams really quick. We only got 2 teams on bye. Houston Texans coming off that smashing win against Baltimore Ravens. And Minnesota gets their break after being overseas for, where were they, like 2 weeks or something like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Let's see here. Locks of the week. Oh, man, I don't know if I... Let me look. Oh, I'm looking at Zach's right now. Zach's got the... You already know where Zach's going point-wise, right, guys? Have you caught on yet?
He's got to go all in.
We're going all in here, and he says he's going with the Eagles over the Giants. You already know he is willing, more than happy, to take the L. Happy to lose all the points if he jinx them here with this lock. Because our locks, have we lost? Has every lock? Sorry, every week have we lost a lock?
I think so.
Except for maybe the first week, or no, that was me.
Yeah.
I lost my lock last week. Troy, did you lose your lock?
Chargers. We both lost the Chargers.
That's
oh
right.
Gosh,
You guys hosed us.
Has Zach not lost one?
I know he went with Lions.
Zach lost the...
Well, technically, he picked the Packers.
As a tie.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So he didn't really win it, didn't really lose it.
Right.
I'm not sure how I feel about this one, especially not knowing the status of the opposing QB. However, I'm not sure if I really have another choice here. Let me find the graphic. I don't know why this is difficult to find right now. I'm going with the LA Rams over Baltimore. I'm targeting Baltimore. They're just a train wreck on defense. If they pop up off the injury report, I might be in trouble. I am going to go 5. Not very confident, but I feel like I can risk 5, just kind of where I'm at with the standings. Not going big, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That's hard. This was a hard week to pick locks for me personally.
All right, for me, yeah. For me,
spit it out.
I volunteer as tribute. I'm gonna go Packers. So I volunteer to take the L. Packers with 10.
Whew.
Playing a little catch up here.
Troy, I was gonna go Green Bay. I was. But since you're volunteering as tribute, I'll attribute for the Chiefs. Give me 10 on the Chiefs.
Oh.
What? You serious?
I'm serious. Unfortunately, I'm a big hedger, so either way.
Here we go. Matt is on the Kansas City Chiefs. He's locking it in with his optimist. You said 10 points, sir?
And 10 big ones.
Jeez Louise. Wow, I did not see that one coming. That's a HamBonez curveball for you there, folks. Look at this dude's background. But hopefully it's a jinx. Hopefully it's a jinx, and Matt's at the bottom of the leaderboard next week. Wow, that's a shocker. You're all going 10s too. Whew.
I got to make up some run. It was rough last week.
That's true.
It's early in the season, but yeah. I do have a few teams saved, I think, which will be nice down the road. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. I know that's the hard part.
To see how it ends up at the end of the year.
I know. I can't wait for like weeks 12, 13, 14.
I mean, we're going to be like Tennessee over, like, I don't know, whoever else they play that's bad. That's going to be rough. Well, thanks again for joining us. We're going to wrap it up. It's pretty late here. Enjoy a little outro song that we got ready for you guys. And the HamBonez, please hit us up with some comments. Hit that like button. Smash it if you will. I don't know if you get bonus points for smashing it. I hear that a lot on the YouTube with the kids at school and whatnot. Don't forget to subscribe. We want to get some merch going, so help us bring more content out to you guys. Leave some comments. Let's go. I need the air horn.
Peace.
Yeah. It's the HamBonez show. You know how we roll. Troy with the numbers, Matt in the zone. JMO got the graphics. Let's go. Step in the booth. This a HamBonez vibe. Every week we alive. Football talking worldwide. Troy got the stats breaking down like a pro. Matt got the uniforms dripping head to toe. JMO won the visuals fresh like the paint. We the triple threat. Ain't no way we ain't HamBonez. We running the game never alone. But bones, that's the style that we bone. HamBonez, we running the game, never alone. Talking football, stats and style right from the throne. Fast beat, fast life, every week we ignite. HamBonez, drones, HamBonez, yeah we do it right. Troy spitting numbers, got the facts on lock. Matt breaking down jerseys, every thread, every sock. JMO with the graphics, got the highlights popping. We the team you tune in when the action ain't stopping. From the field to the mic, we bringing the heat. HamBonez on the rise, can't accept defeat. HamBonez, we running the game, never alone. Talking football, stats and style right from the throne. Fast beat, fast life, every week we ignite. HamBonez, yeah we do it right. So